Hey y'all, Officer Karen Law Dog and Charles Wallace Hanson IV reporting live to you on a Saturday night for subscribers only. We wanted to talk a little bit more about what Charles was discussing earlier that I was trying to keep him low key about because, you know, in a way we've been silenced. And I don't want for that to be used against us. But at the same time, I fully support Charles's need for transparency and exposure. So in 2021, when this shit happened and we out of the blue came across these attorneys, which to this day, Charles and I say, we have no idea where they came from. I don't remember reaching out to them, but they reached out to us. And we figured, hey, they were LA lawyers, they were all gung-ho, and it seemed like they were all ready to take on this corrupt county. And we warned them ahead of time. We told them this is a corrupt county. We told them that we had another lawyer refuse to take our case because he was told that when he was called into judge's chambers, he was basically threatened by the judge and told to take his happy ass right back down to L.A. So, but we warned
Just like
them.
Henderson and Toe Jam Cannon. They pulled that stunt on us one time, and one time only. We haven't forgotten.
So what Charles is talking about there is whenever we were in a court proceeding before Judge Gloria Cannon, suspiciously the courtroom was cleared, doors were locked, and there were like 8 Kern County Sheriff's deputies surrounding us.
Like a bunch of cockroaches coming out.
Henderson was one of them.
We got you, Henderson.
And
you're
yes,
good boy.
it was intimidation. It was total intimidation.
We're going to show you how you don't want to poke the bear, so to speak.
And what did that prove to us? That it's the Kern County Sheriff's Department that runs Killing County, Kern.
Not no more.
Now, fast forward back to this lawsuit. So, as you know, there were 9 false and defamatory charges. Charles was thrown into the gutter the first time, denied a standard of care, required emergency medical care upon being released and kicked to the curb from the Kern County Sheriff's Department. Second time had his head and neck stepped on, and our attorneys out of L.A. were going to wrap those two up, and oh, it was a great case, and all of a sudden my case has been dwindled down to nothing. As a matter of fact, if you look up online, it's like there was a judgment against me at one time. But they appealed it, and supposedly the court affirmed the lower court's decision, but left room to make some amendments, meaning a 5th or 6th amended complaint on what was left, which was little to nothing. How does that happen?
What does Bastion and Barman have in common?
So anyhow,
it's all about the Benjamins, people.
So anyhow,
call us anytime.
In the meantime, last year in December, our attorneys asked if we would settle for $50,000. We laughed at that. Are you kidding me? 6 lies against Charles that you can still look up, which includes moral turpitude. 3 against me. None of that shit was necessary. All the shit that happened to the kids, and I know they don't give a shit. But nevertheless, $50,000 for a part-time special needs mobility employee named Amanda Irabandon, who was the one that violated 2 laws. And the district attorney's office gave her qualified immunity from charges. Hold on.
Somebody's always going to talk.
Charles is. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, this is great.
We're getting there.
Follow that journey, y'all.
Oh, you're going to want to follow this journey.
Yeah. Hey,
because
Whiting, follow the journey, you bitch.
So anyhow, no, this is just for subscribers, and he's not a subscriber.
Oh, okay.
This is for subscribers only.
Yeah.
So anyhow, she was given qualified immunity from being held accountable for those 2 misdemeanor charges that she should have been charged with if she would testify and say that I committed these 3 charges that were trumped up. Well, in December, like I said last year, we said no, and then they were pushing through the gal for Charles, a gal, even though I'm his gal. I have power of attorney. He wanted that in place for a reason, but this judge didn't want me to serve in that capacity because that judge knew that I wouldn't put up with the shit that they've been doing behind our back.
Keep a tight ass, bitch. I'm gonna be getting to your ass too.
So the request for me to serve as Charles's gal was denied. So the only way.
For pennies
So
on the dollar.
hold on, we're not there yet. You're right. The only way for this case to move forward was for us to agree to have a gal appointed for Charles. Well, it just so happened one was suggested to us. And so we agreed to this gal, thinking that the gal would have Charles's best interests at hand.
We've always been the patsies. Not for long, much longer. Because I'm gonna need some startup money, and I'm gonna get it from. I'm gonna get my startup money. The same place I got this beautiful automobile here. That's an example of hard work and perseverance. But mostly, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
So, Judge Barman also ruled against me seeing the jailhouse videos. Knowing full well that Charles has a traumatic brain injury, could watch those videos, probably wouldn't remember what he saw, probably wouldn't remember what was discussed in this meeting with Charles's gal and both of our attorneys that represent both of us that I wasn't invited to, that included discussions about settlement. So when we were up in Washington and Oregon undercover, and we did that one live where we were discussing a letter that we got in the mail talking about how they were going to ask for $800K, even though they already knew it was never going to happen. Now, mind you, this is global. This is for 2 plaintiffs.
Everybody gets
one
off
that
the
was
hook,
legally disabled.
except apparently it's not. Somebody's back up to her old tricks though.
Well,
And this time
let's not rush.
we're gonna blow the whistle.
Let's not rush. Charles trying to let the cat out of the bag. Let's get there. Let's get there.
I can't wait until they find out. It's gonna be like a motherfucking.
Well, I didn't know that they were in settlement negotiations because I wasn't part of that little meeting. So when I was discussing that, I wasn't breaking any rules, but they've been getting on my ass, acting like they were going to dump me as a client.
Yeah. And
Like
with
they
me-
kept getting their feelings all hurt.
And with me, I don't know how that works, but I'll tell you what, I'm pushing 60 years old, and I ain't never heard anything like this. If any of y'all heard something like this, follow the journey and give a thumbs up, because the only one that's gotten close to it is Colin Kaepernick, but we all still know about the Lord to Bakersfield. And what's Homeboy Salsa, the one that fucking, where's those fucking, Ross, when he gets a 2 for less deal because he has a bastard child somewhere in there. Anyway, by the way, if you have a bastard child, we're going to be giving away probably 5-6 month what do they call that with the
Subscription?
subscription to
Ancestry.com?
Ancestry.com, and and in that 6 month subscription you will also be able to submit a DNA test. And then tell them to add it up. Because you know what? Sooner or later, all you have to do is piss off somebody who you don't know who it is. Oh, I do want to mention one thing. You are all pretty good at hiding a secret. Was it worth it? And we're going to continue to fry and expose your asses with or without the money. Again, I'm a trust baby. Do you see me fucking suffering none? Lorianne White, the law dog. Sources close to in the millions. Anyway, do your duty. I'm going to just fucking keep exposing. The law dog is going to keep exposing.
So
until there ain't nothing left of well, like I said, you know, y'all thought I was kidding when I told you I was stomping my feet. Now I'm going to huff, and then I'm going to puff. Follow the journey.
So anyhow, I didn't know anything about it. All I knew was by this letter that reluctantly they were going to ask for $800K. Kern High School District wasn't having any of it. So then I don't even think they wanted to ask for $500K. Then I think we got down to $250. And then all of a sudden it was $100, and all of a sudden it settled for $75. Like they pushed this shit through
so
like
fast.
Nobody's freaking business, and I couldn't
So
figure
fast.
out why when court's not even until the 21st of this month. So what was the rush? And then all of a sudden, ding, 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 something came into my DM today that made it all become clear. So remember the part-time special needs mobility employee that really started all this shit by parking her car in a drive path and abandoning it, and then obstructing a legally designated handicap spot that we intended to use. And then because I complained about it, we were retaliated against, and it was all under the umbrella of qualified immunity, and they made up lies and said that Charles vandalized her car. It was a rental car, by the way. When if you look at the reports, none of it adds up with when it happened. Nobody saw anything, but yet it was broad daylight.
Michael Whiting did. Why? Because he chases after the children. The children are suffering in the end because of our lawyers. I apologize, but we're not finished yet, and I'll take care of their asses. But right now, it's because Michael Whiting ganged up on us. They even went in front of a jury trial and lied, and all screamed qualified immunity. Well, wait until you see what we missed downtown yesterday with somebody by the name of Amanda. You just follow the journey, people.
So we're still doing our DD, but if this is correct,
not pass the smell test.
if this is correct,
something's starting to stink.
Amanda Irabandon is currently facing 3 misdemeanor charges with a protective order
In the basement.
filed against her.
In the basement.
She was in court yesterday where she pled not guilty to 3 charges. It's set for a pre-trial conference.
Room 15.
Well, it was set for one.
Room 15
We don't
basement.
know yet when the next court date's going to be, but we suspect this is a new
Long-term
charge.
scam.
New charge, by the way, but I can guarantee she knew. I can guarantee her district knew, which would be the Kern High School District, and I can guarantee schools legal knew. And that's
your
why
children are around Amanda, and your children are around Michael Whiting.
And Pena.
And let's not forget old jackass Pena up there. He just couldn't keep his hands off of those children. But anyway, They kicked his ass. They move him around. That's what they do. They kicked his ass up to fucking
Lake Isabella.
Lake Isabella.
So if our DD is correct, if this information that was slipped into my DMs is correct, that's right. Kern High School District star witness, one of them is currently facing 3 charges, and yes, that's most likely why they rushed that case through.
Yep, because they wanted to get that. They wanted to get that case through. Why'd they need what were we just talking about? Why'd they need to get the case through?
Before we found out about what's downtown on Amanda, their star witness, because then that would totally bolster our claims that.
Oops. What do you think about that, Michael Whiting? Ah, Amanda, what do you think about that fucking shit? What do you think about, what was that other jackass that thinks he's holier than thou? What was it? Stubby. You dumb motherfucker. And let's not forget, who was that jackass with the...
Fowler?
No, not Fowler. Anyway, who was the one about the... that's on the school board now, and we're still gravely concerned where Debbie Thompson's at. I mean, she was there one day, and we haven't heard hide nor hair, and we've, haven't stalked, but we've kind of dug our normal DD and said, yeah, no, shit, I wonder what happened to her ass. But with Stubby, all we have to say is we want to say that our children turned out to be pretty good fucking kids, and most of it because Lori and the law dog, and they took a few bumps along the way, but that's all right because let me guess, Santa Claus ain't gonna be very nice to your adult age kids from what was it? What was that year? 2020?
For what?
Huh?
For what?
Graduation for the.
For which one?
The oldest.
He graduated in 22.
Anyway.
21's when this shit happened.
Yeah.
And then they made his whole senior year nothing but bullshit.
Yeah. How are your kids doing today? Because Steve Ogden, y'all know who I'm talking about, and old Johnny Boy, his buddy. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I live in Tehachapi, motherfuckers. Okay, y'all know who I'm talking about now. Old John. You always hear something the minute somebody goes to the promised land, even if they're probably really going to hell. Steve Ogden, you don't know John if you don't know Steve. You don't know Jim if you don't know Lolly. When you're a bartender for over 30 years, you don't really need to be you really don't need to go to psychology school because you already know it all. And I rolled over, I don't know how many. I'm a certified psychologist with an online degree. My name is Dr. Dumbass. They're all quacks. And Chad Louie uses them and the mental health system as a weapon against citizen. Me being the one, Lorianne, tell whoever wants that, tell IMPM Lorianne, she'll get you all that right there, and you'll be like, how did I miss that? You don't miss it. You can't outrun technology. So, you all jackasses keep holding the bag because you know what? It's time to pay the piper whether you want to or not. But right now, part of something is better than all of nothing. But we're going to start managing that, and we're going to start... anyway, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do with my generous cut of that fucking Kern High School District. I took the lumps. But was it worth it to the rest of you? I don't know whose fucking idea this was. We don't give a damn whose idea this was. Pay us the money. And it's going to be however they pulled that little fucking stunt on my ass with all of a sudden they came up with some that won't even pay my bills in 1 year. I live a 7-figure lifestyle, bitches. Okay, so this is the best time. If you have something to share with us, now's a really good time, because we're going back into exposure mode, and we have a really well, we're going to see how provocative that list is when we start digging through it. Anyway, y'all hang loose. It's not going to affect us. It's not going to affect our kids. Sooner or later, we're going to get our money, whether they like it or not. Whether, in the end, hey, follow and share the journey. Strengthen numbers.
And by the way, folks, I still can't post. All I can do is go live.
Yeah.
I can't. I've got pictures of Kern County Sheriff's Department office policy, department policy that was changed because of our asses. Back last year, whenever they unlawfully arrested me and they were up here denying Charles the standard of care and muting their officer-worn body camera. Yeah, you would think that'd be against department policy. They actually had to change department policy because of that.
Yeah.
And I can't even upload it. I cannot post. All I can do is go live. I can't even, if I edit this video and put a summary of what this video is about, then this video won't be available.
Help us go global.
Something's
When you know we
going
go live,
weird
push
with
the global button.
our Facebook. I cannot post. I've sent a bug report to Facebook twice. I've been ghosted.
Yeah.
Go figure. Hey, Leslie Ann, we're at the tail end of this bad boy, so we're shutting down. We still have a little bit of work to do on Clay barring the Corvette for Tuesday's parade. The Veterans Day parade. Vets for vets. So you stay safe. You keep posting. You keep preserving. And hopefully one of our voices will be heard. Take care.